Hello, welcome to Not for Educational Purposes, where we take a random subject we know nothing about and attempt to understand more about it using the internet, while we careen off topic and see how far away from the original purpose of the show we can get. Please be advised, this podcast is so unhinged that we lost the door centuries ago. There will be nonsense, chaos, lots of giggles, and most importantly, swearing and possibly mild sexual content. You know, all the fun stuff, not for children. Listen at your own discretion.
A general trigger warning for this show: we tend to talk about a lot of things that involve the human body, blood, and death, and possibly sex occasionally. So, fair warning. We do talk about things that are occasionally unsavory, so if you do not want to listen to that, be forewarned.
There we go. Perfect. Should I begin? I suppose I should begin, right? Are we ready? Are we good to go?
I think we're ready.
Yeah.
All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Not for Educational Purposes. It's been a hot fucking minute. We had some stuff going on. Sorry about that. I'm Kai.
I'm Nova.
And I'm James.
Yay! We're back,
Yeah,
folks. We're here.
Welcome back, everybody.
Right. It's been a whole it's not been a whole year, but it's the new year.
It's a new year. What is
Same
that?
shit.
It's new year, same shit. Yeah, basically.
New year, different strain.
New Year, different stream.
Yeah.
New Year, different deaths.
You know? Oh man, Betty White.
Yay.
I'm gonna add that to the list.
A list of things
What the deaths that have come up?
No, facts about Betty White.
Oh yeah.
I would love to learn some things about her.
Oh, we could look up facts about Betty White. Should we start with that?
Okay, lovely. All right. So we all miss Betty White. We all know that.
Yes.
Or whatever. It says here. So I looked up a thing about the fact about Betty White, and someone said her name was Betty, not Elizabeth. Was someone saying that her name was Elizabeth? That's why I was like,
That's
did someone think her
weird.
name was that? Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing about her ever being Elizabeth anywhere.
Oh.
Oh! She's the first woman to produce a sitcom, which is called Life with Elizabeth.
Oh.
So,
Okay.
I think that might be it. Maybe people assumed that the Elizabeth was her. But
Oh.
her name is not Elizabeth. Her name is Betty Marion White Ludden.
Oh man,
Oh wow.
that's a lot of names.
That's a whole name.
I mean, I have 4 names too.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to put them
Yeah.
all on the internet, but
Yeah, that's not good.
That's dope though. They have 4 of them.
I do.
You just like all the names.
Yeah. Oh man, it's like the gnomish people in D&D. Like their whole thing is like they have 12 names, but
Oh
they
my
have to shorten
gosh.
them because people don't remember.
That's too many.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, that's too many names.
All right. Next fact: Betty was a Guinness World Record holder.
Is that true?
Oh.
What did she hold the record?
World record for longest TV career for a female entertainer.
Oh wow.
Oh. How I
Go
need to
Betty.
know the number now.
82 years.
So she died at 99. That
Mhm.
means she started in a math number that I'm not gonna calculate.
17.
Yeah.
17
Yeah.
years old she started in the industry.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is better than most child actors.
That's true.
Although it was at a time where a lot of there wasn't segregation was still happening. There wasn't not a lot of laws regarding women having rights or anything like that. So she was going through a lot all at the same time in the media.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Oh man.
Lord.
Oh, okay.
Which is why she's such a boss. So
I love her.
right?
Yes.
She stood for so many good things. Oh man.
She's up there drinking tea with David Bowie.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Oh man, there was a we went to the museum recently and there was it a picture of David Bowie or a painting?
It was a painting.
I feel like it was a painting.
Yeah, it was up in there like
Oddities.
from
section.
the past. No, it's from storage.
Oh.
Yeah,
So,
it came from storage. It was an exhibit that they had.
They had an exhibit that was the equivalent of your grandmother going, you to help me clean out the attic and I'll show you the cool things I got up there. When in reality, she's just got like a rat tail and an old shoe.
I feel like a lot of the art was better than a rat tail and an old shoe.
Some of it, yes.
Some of, except for that one piece, it was just literally a canvas that was yellow.
That was not. That was in the art section. That was in the section where they displayed art. That wasn't a from storage. They had a mustard-colored canvas that was at least 9 feet tall.
Why?
He just slathered it. Wasn't even. The paint was not even. It looked like a child just went, done, and then painted what looked like a kid's version of a swing in a cube attaching at the top. That's it. It was a black line with a mustard background.
Yeah.
It is not art. That's not art. If a 12-year-old can do it, it's not art.
Man.
I'm very upset.
Nova's lost their marbles.
Well, I can at least use those marbles to actually make a good painting.
See, now I'm just wondering.
You could definitely use marbles for that, I feel like.
Oh, you could paint with marble. That'd be so fun. You could, like dip marbles
Right?
in paint, like anyway. That's a totally different thing. I'm trying to think of like how much.
The name of the painting was Open.
Okay, I can understand that, but like how
no, we need to
much
pull-
money can you make from putting the least amount of effort into a painting possible?
Probably like $1,000.
I feel like it's much more than
It's got to be more than that, because
It's got to be at least.
there's people that just paint
Yeah.
like dots, and that's considered world class and like really
Like-
famous.
If you take a bunch of paint, like different colors, and like put up a giant canvas and just go at it and like throw paint at the thing, and it comes out with this weird splatter shit, that is better than whatever the fuck this motherfucker did.
It's better than a
Like-
mustard
There's no
canvas
doubt.
and a black line.
Yes.
You can't just do something and call it art. There has to be heart and soul behind it, and make it aesthetically pleasing.
You're actually-
what the name of this painting should be called? The Audacity. That is all it should have been called.
No.
You're
It
actually
should-
giving it way more credit than it needs to be, because you said the black line looked like a swing, right? No, I read the description. The black line was literally a rectangle.
But it wasn't finished because it just opened at the top. That's the rectangle that's a cup.
That was the thing. That was the whole cool thing about the fucking thing. That was the whole piece of art. That was why it was cool. It's because the rectangle was open.
No.
Art.
I can also draw things improperly.
I
That
have
doesn't make you special.
I have an alternate
Oh,
name
man.
for this painting that you would like to call the Audacity.
Okay.
Capital Men TM.
Oh man. Okay, everybody, I need you to put a name in the description box below and tell us what the name of this painting should be.
Comment. Tell us what you think this mustard yellow painting with a black not rectangle on it in a singular line. A U shape, if you will.
I forgot all of the other bad ones. Like, there were other bad ones where I was like, that's not art, but I forgot about them.
Well, it's because they just weren't as terrible as this specific one. Like,
oh my gosh.
I feel like the second worst piece that we saw was actually like artistically gorgeous, but ridiculous to put on canvas. It looked like a screenshot of somebody's homecoming in a TV show. Like it looked like the
He couldn't into it.
That's what I'm saying. It looked artistically gorgeous. It was absolutely gorgeous.
It looked like a photo, but
It was ridiculous. There was no need for that. But it was literally called Homecoming, I believe.
Yes, it looked like something out of, what is that show?
Vampire Diaries.
No.
Teen Wolf.
Close.
Fucking
Close.
no.
The one with the upside down place.
Stranger Things?
Stranger Things.
No, it didn't even look as cool as that.
No, it looked like it came out of that at some point.
It looked it was like Degrassi. It looked like a fucking what's it called? Where they put the name of the show on there, the background for the name of the show.
Yeah.
It looked like that picture with like the name at the top. It'd be like Degrassi. With like this homecoming painting right
It
fucking
looked
under
like a Fallout Boy cover.
That's fair. I feel like that's a fair assessment of this piece.
I
Oh no.
may have found the artist.
Which artist?
Does the name Robert Motherwell ring a bell?
Yes! Oh my god, I do. I remember that from the art museum. I don't know which painting that was attached to, but I do remember that name.
It was attached to the mustard yellow and the rectangle.
Yep.
So, that painting belongs to a series called Open.
Oh
no.
This man is
This just
probably
gets
very
better.
rich.
I bet.
And all of his paintings include a background of a color and a black, not rectangle.
No.
Yeah.
You can't do that and call yourself an artist.
You know what?
He is the type of child that wore all black and quoted poetry. Like, that is who he is. He had the greasy black, like, serious black hair and was just like, let me pour my heart out in this poem.
Especially
But really,
the
it just
texture.
was like describing the blackness of a room. Like, that's it.
Yeah. It's definitely that pretentious, very,
Yeah.
very like,
Uh,
oh man, because white men said so. Because white men said so. So what the fuck?
it's
Is that
it's
the only thing you can
considered
call it art?
it is considered abstract expressionism.
No! No! You can't.
Anyway,
That's so upsetting.
he's
Yeah, if it's expressionism, he does not have much to express.
no.
He's got the personality of a plank. Like, that's it.
I wonder
Which
what
might
his
be
other
wrong.
his other works involve black circles instead.
Oh God. That just, you know what? Maybe he's mixing it up. I think he's
Different shapes.
different
See,
shapes.
look.
Well, that
I
one
know
that is
you.
significantly more interesting, but I still don't understand it.
Kinds of things I don't get because they're just like, people come in front of these paintings and cry.
No.
Why? Because
Okay.
they're upset that they made this much money off
There
of
are
it?
some pieces of art that I have literally fucking cried in front of. Like
Oh.
there are some pieces of art that
Absolutely.
have moved my soul.
Maybe my
This
soul is just
is not one of them.
No.
Like, this is not. It takes a lot. It really does. It takes resonating with the piece, like on a level that's literally spiritual. Like you can't.
Yeah.
There's no other way to describe it.
It has to like get into I have no other
Yeah.
way to describe it as it like seeping into your chest cavity and just expanding and sitting there.
Absolutely. Yep.
It sounds like my parents try to describe religion to me.
Oh. No, see,
I've
that
never experienced this.
Definitely
that
not
goes into my hands and makes me want to punch things.
That's fair. That's very fair. I feel like that's an appropriate use of that energy.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that just goes. Nyeh. Anyways, yes. So Robert Motherwell is famous. I'm
Terrible.
sorry.
Terrible.
Trash.
We're allowed to not like his
Fucking
art, though.
rectangle.
That's the whole point of art.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is to have an opinion about it.
It's just annoying that this man made Bakuza bucks off of a fucking not rectangle.
See, that's
But
why I
makes
would
sense
cry.
because it's capitalist America and he is a white man.
Yeah,
That's it makes sense.
I think that works.
Unfortunately. Next.
I'm gonna look for more things.
Ooh.
It says Betty White was married 3 times.
3 times.
She
It
was.
also has a picture of Betty White staring at a very muscular man flexing. And I feel like that's important.
I looked her up after she died because that's what you do when people die.
Yeah.
So she first married God, what a name. Dick Barker. She married him in 1945. They also divorced in 1945. Clearly that didn't go very well. Lane Allen was after that, married 1947, divorced 1949. And then Alan Ludden, she married in 1963, and he died in 1981, so she never divorced him.
Oh, that's sad.
Hmm.
Well, at least she found the one.
Yeah.
And
I
then
mean,
the
she
one
never
died.
got married after that. It does not say that she dated anyone either, but she might have just been really good at hiding it. You never know.
Yeah.
She feels like the secretive type of person that we like. She's got this secret life inside. She was a spy for like.
Oh, if anyone
Save
was
it
going to
for
be a
me.
spy, it was going to be Betty White.
Yeah. The most unassuming person in the world. But
Yeah.
then again, the most conspicuous inconspicuous person.
Yeah.
Like she's so conspicuous that she's inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Steve.
Did you know?
From
Did you know
Blue's
that
Clues.
Madonna is probably asexual?
That's not surprising
Marilyn
to me.
Was it not Madonna?
No, it's Marilyn Monroe.
It's
Was
the
it really?
it's the other blonde white girl.
It was the other M name.
She also has a diary where she's talking about being attracted to the way a woman looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we read this together.
You sent me that TikTok.
Oh yeah. I saw a thing and I read the thing and yeah, there was a lot of stuff.
It's the other famous white lady with the mole on her face with a name that starts with M.
Yeah. So Madonna, Marilyn Monroe, they're actually two different types of piercings. They do the same thing. It's on the other side of the lip.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Interesting.
And the one in the middle is called Medusa.
Oh.
So that I do know about. Celebrities, not so much.
Why is that
But I did pick that out. I was
They said in there that Marilyn.
Why is that one called a Medusa?
I don't actually know. I just know that it is. Oh, looks we're gonna find out.
I have the power.
I tried like that kid that was talking earlier today. I try my best not to speak on things I don't know anything about. Sometimes I slip up and I'm like, I know things, and I don't.
Yeah.
But I'll immediately, if somebody presents me with the actual facts, I'll be like, oh, you're right, I'm sorry. That was incorrect.
I feel like I'm the opposite. I will speak on any topic that I think I know about, and I'm often wrong.
What?
I
That feels unproductive.
I also feel like yeah, I feel like I think you
someone goes, no, that's wrong.
Yeah, I on both sides of that, like on the one hand, don't talk about things you don't know, but on the other hand, do talk about things you don't know. Just be willing to like learn and listen after. Like in both those situations, the point is to be open to learning what you don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so long as like I don't feel stupid, like someone didn't make me feel stupid for saying something, and they're like, no, actually it's this thing. I'll be like, oh, I was wrong. But if someone's like, nah, you're blah, 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 and laughs at me, then I'm like, no, I will dig my heels and be like, I am right, even when I am definitely wrong.
Okay, it's actually the other name for a Medusa piercing is a piercing, is a philtrum piercing. But I don't know why it's called a Medusa piercing.
Yeah, I just knew that it was. I never like really dug into why it was called that.
Yeah,
I was just like, that's in the middle.
But now I'm curious.
Now we need to know. I hate the smiley. I'm not a piercing. It's you pierce the web right under your top lip.
That sounds
and then it comes down and it looks kind of like the septum does, just in that
Oh,
area.
yeah.
So it's like a cute accessory kind of for your teeth, but in the way that I know that it's done, I can't unknow that, and it bothers my brain. And I'm like, you have metal sitting in between that little web, and that's just, is that not going to break? You know? And I know it's not, because like my rational brain tells me like, you know that this is a perfectly normal piercing that happens to a lot of people. And then my emotional brain's like, yeah, but it's like the web, and it hurts, and it's tiny, and it's like, it's going to rip. I don't know. I feel weird about that.
So does an earring when you pull on it.
What do you mean? This is a thick fucking ear.
Well, I had a teacher whose ear was split because their niece had like yanked it. Yeah,
that tiny itty bitty little web on the top of your like that's connecting your top lip to your gums. Like that itty bitty web is what gets pierced.
Yeah.
Like,
what would happen if you rip that though?
What?
Yeah, what? You'd have to have something to pull it.
You can't rip it. Like, it's not like it's impossible to do. It just doesn't happen like as often as my brain wants to say that it will happen.
I guess your lip would just come further off your face. It does not give a reason as to why it's called a Medusa piercing.
Oh, well. Well then.
It's just called a Medusa piercing. So
I think that's cool.
Someone came up with that. They might have had a reason at the time, but not.
It's another M name that's cool.
It's not known to the internet. What else we got?
Oh man. Okay, Betty White originally auditioned for the role of Blanche on The Golden Girls.
Oh, and that was not the role that she got. I assume. I never watched Golden Girls.
Yeah, she's Rose. She instead of being like
the mean one, right?
Blanche is the hypersexual one.
Oh, yeah. It's such a different show.
I feel like not that I don't. I feel like she could
I've
have
only
played
watched, like,
it
a couple
well,
episodes,
but I think
but-
she plays Rose better.
I like her as Rose. Like I've only watched a couple episodes. I got trauma surrounding that show.
I appreciate you being willing to watch it with me.
Yeah, I got you. It's a nice show about little old ladies, and that's how my brain's gonna try to perceive it and attach it to the things from my past that make me want to die. Trauma.
If y'all hear me sneeze, it's because I am taking care of a cat and I am allergic. But
That's what it was.
It's so worth it.
I bet. Oh man, I love cats.
Cats are the best.
He's the
Speaking of cats,
fluffiest.
where are the cats?
There's
Probably-
one
they're
on
like-
your chair next to you.
Never mind. I wish you could see this, Kai. There's just a whole picture of Bootsy turned around in this little itty bitty chair.
We
I
have
can-
a cat chair, like a cat couch.
I can vaguely pick out the silhouette of a cat, and I actually watched him get into that cat. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, look at you! I wasn't looking at the itty bitty screen that's holding us our dark souls.
She said she could see it.
Yeah.
Oh well, I'm also a little stoned most of the time and all the time.
Alfie is currently in there.
Let the record show, Kai is pointing at a couch.
I am pointing at a little hidey hole that I made in a couch because that's where Alfie likes to sleep.
Oh man, that's cute.
So, when director Jay Sandrich was hired to helm the Golden Girls pilot in 1985, he initially thought of White, who previously played the saucy Sue Ann Nivens on the Mary Tyler Moore Show, or Blanche Devereaux. But when Rue McClanahan read for the part of Rose, it wasn't quite working. After McClanahan returned to audition as Blanche, with the character's signature Southern accent, Sandrich persuaded White to play the dim-witted St. Olaf native instead.
I feel like she fits that role very well.
Yes.
Like the big doe-eyed, like, oh.
Ooh.
You know, if she hadn't have been an actor, Betty White would have been a zookeeper.
Ooh. I like that.
Yeah, that seems like it would fit.
That's
To
appropriate.
be honest,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man,
But
I feel like I don't know. I didn't like ever see anything about her with animals,
Oh,
but she definitely has like that
she
like
that vibe, yeah.
has a book that was published in 2011 called Betty and Friends: My Life at the Zoo.
Is it a kid's book?
I don't know. She was a self-proclaimed zoo
If
nut.
not, it needs to be turned into a kid.
Yeah, she was a zoo nut who spent her
Okay.
life advocating for animal welfare.
Oh man, the next one says she's passed on a role in As Good as It Gets because of an animal cruelty scene.
There you go.
Oh
Man, she said, "Fuck that role."
She went.
She wasn't.
She just went no.
Don't kill creatures.
You can't kill small to medium creatures. It's not allowed.
Yep.
It's the same as like with Jane Fonda. I feel like
Jane Fonda.
We
God
learned-
damn it, I love Jane Fonda so much.
Jane Fonda was arrested 5 times.
5 times.
Who's she? Oh, her.
Yeah, for climate change, she's an activist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking love Jane Fonda.
Oh man, have all of those 5 times been for like climate change, or have they been for other things?
I think at least 2 of them were where she was fighting for climate change, just because being an activist, like on the streets.
Yeah. Oh no.
So, in November of 1970, Fonda was on a speaking tour for a series of anti-war demonstrations. At a Cleveland airport, several officers arrested Fonda for fraudulently bringing drugs into the country and assaulting a police officer.
I feel like if she assaulted a police officer, it wasn't unfounded.
Right.
I feel like
Fonda was arrested 5 times in 2019 for her Fire Drill Fridays protests. I don't know what that is. What is Fire Drill Friday?
I mean, if she's protesting it, I feel like it's bad.
Yeah.
Ah, Fire Drill Fridays. Our house is on fire. Join us in the streets. It was for environmentalism. It was for climate.
Okay.
It was for climate change. So she was arrested 5 times in 2019 for protesting climate change.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Like, no.
Right before COVID happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you've never seen Grace and Frankie, definitely
watch it.
watch that. the other actor on there that's not Jane Fonda. What's her name? Yeah, Lily Tomlin is gay, and I learned that recently. Yeah, and it explains how she acts with men in the show.
Yeah.
Very awkward taco.
Yeah, it's one because like this is the first time my gaydar has really been like, I feel like you are.
Yeah.
So I was real proud of that. Being like, is she gay? And I looked it up, and it turns out she was.
Hey.
Is gay.
And she, yeah.
I feel like
I feel like Betty White was kind of gay though.
I had that with Elliot Page.
Fucking love Elliot Page.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I literally am obsessed with one of his older like movies, Hard Candy, like that kind of anger. Oh man, that righteous anger. Like there was it's a psychological thriller. Just so we're all aware and not assuming that.
It's scary.
But also Juno, and then like that was like where I initially met Elliot, and then I feel like now he's not in a lot of stuff, is he?
He's still in
that show.
He's still in the Umbrella Academy. Yeah.
I need to watch that. I need to watch that. I've been told by so many people that I would like that show, and I just literally have never started it.
I feel like you would. I should say that there's a whole lot of recreational drug use and probably a lot of depicted trauma in it that I don't react to because it doesn't affect me. But I would like to give you that warning before you dive into it.
It does. Okay, thank you. I appreciate the trigger warning. I actually, as somebody who's super into like psychological thrillers and TV shows that are kind of trauma based, that it helps me process my own trauma and like see it from either like a similar point of view or a different point of view, and try to like understand it from all angles so I can better cope with my own shit.
There you go. My favorite character is Klaus.
Klaus, is that number 5? Because somebody told me that I look like that motherfucker.
No, that's not number 5. Number 5 is number 5. Number 5 is named number 5.
Oh, maybe I'm confusing it because I'm thinking of Series of Unfortunate Events, and he looks like number 5 to me. At least what I picked up, like when I looked at pictures.
No, Klaus is the flamboyant one who's always high.
Nice. I feel like I'm gonna like the character a lot.
He's my favorite.
I will keep that in mind.
He's like, I'm not gonna spoil anything for you. I enjoy him. He's what the fuck is his name? I forget who he's played by. Robert Sheehan. He's Irish. I appreciate Robert's more recent kind of endeavor-ish because he gets to play with like, it seems like recently he's been dressing far more androgynously, and I think that's a cool thing because like dudes don't do that.
Yeah.
Might not be a dude.
Right.
Oh, I don't know. I couldn't say. I've never met him, so I don't know what his pronouns are. But Wikipedia seems to think that they are he, him.
Well, the internet's...
Well, even if his pronouns are he, him, he could still, like, not be cis.
Yeah, he could very well be non-binary, that is true. Or something else. We don't know! None of us know!
Do we want another thing about Betty White?
Yes.
Because a Facebook campaign made Betty White the oldest person to ever host Saturday Night Live.
Oh!
Wow.
So Facebook said, we want Betty White. I wish they would do that with Donald Glover and Peter Parker.
Oh, man. He would have been a great Peter Parker.
He would be a great Peter Parker.
Would make a good Peter Parker.
Right? I feel like I know that there was a campaign for him to be Peter Parker, and then he also joked about it on
and
on
it
one of his
didn't
things.
happen, and we're all like, why did you even make the new movie? None of us are gonna watch it. Like, you didn't make him Spider-Man, so we don't want to watch it. This was not a joke to us.
Yeah.
Like, we were rooting for him to be Peter Parker,
And now
because
he's
he's not. I'm not going to the fucking theater.
Because also, if he was Peter Parker, it would be hilarious. That would be the most funny Spider-Man movie ever. I would be there for the lulz, but I will do anything for a laugh. So
I
I do
I feel like-
understand from the standpoint of him not being a high school age student.
That was like a kid, though.
Like Wayne was in college.
Was he in college in that?
I think he was a senior in the very first one, and then by the third one, he was not. But
Yeah.
why can't we just start him in college? Why do we have to keep making him a kid? The people that grew up with Spider-Man are adults.
Yes.
We're all adults.
We all want Donald Glover.
Blame white men.
Because white men say so. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Not freedom of speech or something.
Yeah, it was a grassroots Facebook campaign.
Yeah.
Landed actress Betty White a gig as host on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Hell
They
yeah.
said, I guess.
Sure, why not?
Oh man, I feel like I want to. I don't know. Everyone should go watch that episode.
Yeah, go watch the Betty White episode.
So this one is. I hate this because one of their facts is Betty White loved junk food,
Oh,
but who doesn't?
I
That's
feel like some people
redundant.
don't like junk food.
I mean, it depends on the junk food.
Yeah.
You
And
know,
what do you consider junk food, as opposed to like what other people consider junk food?
I
So
think
you're talking about cookies and cakes and shit? Because I be loving some cookies and cakes and shit.
Yeah,
But
like-
some people don't like those kind of
It's
treats.
that
I
red-
feel like the point of saying quote unquote Betty White loved junk food is less that she loved junk food and more that she was telling people it was okay to like junk food.
Yeah. More like she's like,
Okay.
eat whatever the
That's
fuck you
fair.
want.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's probably the direction they were coming from.
Yeah. People just trying to make it sound bad talking about some junk food. All food is junk food. Shut up.
everything in moderation.
Food is food. Eat
Including moderation.
it. Yeah. And everything in moderation.
So this one sounds much more like her. She says she wanted Robert Redford. I don't know who that is.
She wanted Robert
Yes.
Redford. Who the
In
fuck?
the thing, they use the word cheeky, so I imagine it is not in a PG way.
Ah, she does in fact have a crush on Robert Redford. Who the fuck is Robert Redford? Who is this man?
I don't know. But, like, he's got to be hot shit for Betty White to have wanted him.
Oh, I mean, he is an old white guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he does look awfully familiar. He's definitely been. Oh, I know him. Yes, okay. All right. He was in.
He looks like an old version of that guy from Dexter's Laboratory.
He's
like British guy.
He was in Captain America: The Winter Soldier
Oh.
as I think the bad guy.
I believe it.
I believe that.
Yeah,
Betty
He's-
White liked them bad boys.
he's been around for a while.
Oh, man.
He doesn't look that great anymore.
Oh no. How old is he?
He is 85. But I gotta say, for 85, not so bad. But, like, not pretty.
Not the best.
Not the best. Okay, can I have a... No, you're not gonna give me a list of all the things that he's been in? Wikipedia.
IMDb.
There we go, got it. God, he's been in a lot. Jesus Christ.
Well, when you're old as dirt.
Yeah, he was, Alexander Pierce in Captain America and the Winter Soldier. What has he done recently? He was in Avengers Endgame as Alexander Pierce, obviously. None of these other films ring a bell. Oh, he was in, the televised version of Watchmen, which came out in 2019.
So did he always play bad guys? Does he get typecast as bad guys?
I don't know, but he was in The Twilight Zone as Harold Belden in 1962, episode 81, Nothing in the Dark. He also did a lot of Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Alfred Hitchcock. I don't know what that is. What show?
It's just a lot of, like, Alfred Hitchcock. They probably, like, act out shorts or something.
like in the Whose Line Is It Anyway or something?
Find out.
I feel like I'm...
There we go. There it is.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh, so the Alfred Hitchcock Presents is an American television anthology series created, hosted, and produced by Alfred Hitchcock. It ran from 1955
To 1965, it featured dramas, thrillers, and mysteries. Between 1962 and 1965, it was renamed the Alfred Hitchcock Hour. Of course, Hitchcock himself only directed 18 episodes during its run, even though it ran for 10 years, because why do it yourself when you can get someone else to do it for you?
Oh man.
Oh no. Was he at least involved?
Oh, I'm sure he was involved. I think he produced all of them.
Oh, that might have been why he was like, I can't do
Yeah.
all of this.
Who knows?
Good job.
But, like, you also can. Because, like, Neil Patrick Harris produced a series of unfortunate events, and he also acted in every single episode.
Love
true.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Wasn't he the bad guy?
Yeah, he is Count Olaf. It was great.
He's
My favorite
fucking
Count
How
Olaf.
I Met Your Mother. He plays Barney, and he's the most
Yeah.
misogynistic, sexist piece of shit, and I love him so much. Sexual man, very, very, very well.
Yes, because he's gay.
Yeah.
Like, but like it doesn't like show. Like in the TV series, you would never assume like because I'm gay, I knew. But I feel like if I was a straight person watching the show, I would not have known. I would have just been like, oh, he's just like super ladies man. Like takes care of himself in a way that's just above par, you know? Like I can hear the what is it called?
He's Schmidt.
He's Schmidt. Yeah. He's Schmidt. It's the same character. So Barney and Schmidt are the same character.
Yeah.
Schmidt from New Girl and Barney from How I Met Your Mother. Absolutely.
He was also
Like,
in...
that's the same character type of person.
Didn't
Yeah,
he
I love
also
both of them.
play Dr. Horrible? Yeah, he was Dr. Horrible in Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog.
Fuck is that?
Oh man, I forgot.
Nonsense is this?
So I have a vague memory of this show.
Oh, they.
But I do know that I have seen it.
Yeah, so it was written by the Whedons. So Joss Whedon, Zach Whedon, Jed Whedon, and Marissa, I don't know how to spell that. Pancharon? Sure, cool. So it was a musical comedy drama miniseries in 3 acts. It's on YouTube, I'm pretty sure. The main character is played by Neil Patrick Harris. He is Dr. Horrible. He's an aspiring supervillain. Captain Hammer is his nemesis, the hero, who is played by Nathan Fillion. And Penny is played by Felicia Day and is their shared love interest.
Felicia Day.
Yeah.
As in like from Supernatural, as in like
Yeah.
Charlie.
Yeah.
As in like Felicia fucking Day.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her so much.
Yeah.
Man.
She's a great actress.
What show is this called?
It's Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog.
Dr. Horrible sing-along blog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh no. Come on. YouTube Red? What the fuck?
Huh? No, this is from 2008. YouTube Red didn't exist.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's just on
It's
YouTube.
just on
It's just
YouTube?
on
Yeah.
YouTube. Yes, it
I
should
didn't know
be.
YouTube had its own subscription thing.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
no.
it does, yeah.
Like you can rent movies on YouTube and stuff. So like that's what I assumed it was. So I was hoping it would be like on Hulu too. You know, so I was like, why can't we just put it on a platform?
No.
I wanna
This is on someone's page.
somebody
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's great.
Okay. So we're done with the Betty White ones.
All right.
Do we want to talk about I pulled up a couple other things. One of them are facts about cats, one's facts about dogs, one is about the internet, and the other is about your brain.
I like cats.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh,
There
wait,
are.
I have a solution for this.
Okay.
Do we have a game?
No, I have a dice.
Oh yeah, we could just nerd it.
What was option number 2? Well, there was a list in order that you gave me. You
Oh.
said cats, dogs. So the internet it went cats, dogs, internet, brain.
No, it goes brain, internets, dogs, cats.
Okay,
I just read them out of
then
order.
internet it is.
All right, let's look up facts about the internet.
Let's do it.
All right. 16 to 20% of searches Google gets each day have never been Googled before.
Really? That seems like a lot.
Yeah. Eventually, I feel like there will be a thing that has never been Googled, or that has all of the things will have been Googled.
No, because there's more shit every day. There's more new stuff happening. There's more ways of thinking happening. There's more like people putting weird combinations of foods and animals together. There's all sorts of weird shit out there. I feel like there's unimaginable amounts of like combinations you could put together. It's just weird to assume that 16% of people are
Actually, you know what? That makes sense. Because everyone's going to word it differently. So just because it's...
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, so like it might be something that people have looked up before, but not in that exact wording.
That's fair.
Okay, that makes sense.
So Google reaffirms 15% of searches are new, never been searched before. Google processes trillions of searches every year, and still 15% of those queries have never been seen by Google before. When was this posted? This was posted in 2017. 2 trillion searches per year. Good lord.
Well, isn't there like, are there billions of people or trillions of people?
There are billions of people. There are currently, are we at 8 billion now?
Something like that.
Not too many.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
7.753 billion.
First off, that's why
Versus,
abortion and suicide should be left up to the person whose body it is.
Yeah.
but also like versus 3 billion in
Did you?
1960. So,
Wait, what?
yeah.
You're telling me that over 4 billion people have emerged since 1960?
Yep.
Baby boomers.
That's disgusting. Stop
Yep.
having babies. So
Yep.
gross. What the fuck?
Did you
Oh
know-
my god, that's so many children.
Huh.
That's so many people.
Do you know that 1.8 people die every day?
Yeah. I did
How
know
many
that
people are
actually.
born every day?
4.2, I think.
Fucking what? That seems so low.
Nah, that seems about right.
It's every second.
Oh, every
Not
second.
Every second.
Yeah, I was
Ah,
about to say, that seems real low.
1.8 people die every second. 4.2 are born every second.
That's very
That's
double
that's too
on
many.
one side, and I feel like that needs to be managed and balanced. I feel like more people need to be dying or less people need to be being born.
where the decimal comes from.
Well, I mean, the decimal is the average, right? It's like having 2.5
Yeah.
kids in a white picket fence.
Yeah, exactly.
It's because the
It's
average
not actually
is...
half of a kid.
Yeah.
It's just
No, I thought
the
the
idea
decimal
that
meant like
every
a dog.
American has-
No.
Well,
I mean, it might mean a dog. I don't know. What does
I think
2.5
so.
kids mean?
2.5 kids is just like it's a assumption
Yeah.
type thing.
2.5 kids. It's used in describing a statistically average or typical family, one that, quote unquote, obeys social conventions and doesn't stick
Yes!
out. Apparently, if one takes the average number of children in all families, it comes out as 2.5.
Oh,
You know how it's coming out so high? The Mormons. They over there having 6 babies to the families that have 0.
I would like to know how you got statistics for that, because they don't involve themselves with anything.
That's fair. Oh man. Oh wow, that's even more unsettling. Oh my god. I was making a joke, but what you said is actually true. Holy shit. Oh man. Terrifying.
Do we have anything else about the internet?
yes. 2.58 million people still pay for AOL.
What?
What?
That's ridiculous.
Why don't we tell people that don't know what AOL is what it is?
Oh my god, there are people that don't know what AOL is?
Yes, of course. They're called
What do
Gen
you
Z.
mean?
The person asking.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So, AOL, stylized as AOL, formerly a company known as AOL Inc. and originally known as America Online, is an American web portal and online service provider based in New York City. It is a brand marketed by the current incarnation of Yahoo Inc.
I cannot believe people still use fucking Yahoo as a search engine.
It's
I
garbage.
thought Yahoo was for email.
Yahoo's
It,
an email
it used to
search
be. And then it
Yeah,
was bought by...
engine anymore.
Who was it bought by? Or is Yahoo just Yahoo?
No, Microsoft bought Hotmail.
Mm,
Yahoo is still Yahoo.
Microsoft bought Bing.
Microsoft bought Bing and Hotmail.
Yes. Yahoo's, I think, different still.
Yeah. Yahoo, I guess.
So, AOL was one of the early pioneers of the internet in the mid-1990s and the most recognized brand on the web in the United States. It originally provided a dial-up service to millions of Americans, as well as providing a web portal, email, instant messaging, and later a web browser following its purchase of Netscape. It bought Netscape. Interesting.
Oh my god. It's so old is what it is. It's so old.
Netscape is the old equivalent of Google. So, sorry, not Google. That would be a web page. The web browser, so like Chrome or Firefox or Edge, is what Netscape was.
Oh.
So it was like you would bring up Netscape to look for something on the internet, and then AOL bought Netscape so that you could look for things on the internet. Because you would have had your web portal with AOL, and then your web browser was Netscape, so they just bought Netscape.
Don't forget your AOL Instant Messenger, because we all had an AIM account.
Yeah. I wasn't young enough for AIM. I was, what was it? Oh my god.
I wasn't even allowed on the internet.
The other one. The other messenger.
There was AOL Instant Messenger. There was Yahoo Instant Messenger, wasn't there?
Yeah, but was it just the Microsoft?
No, there definitely was something else. There was definitely something bigger too. Because I remember using I remember going onto the dark web and using a specific search engine to search for Pokemon chat rooms. When I was like 13, 14. And that's how I first found out about internet sex.
Nice.
Through Pokemon searches?
Through a Pokemon chat room, actually.
Sexy.
Were they like,
do you remember ASL? What's your age, sex, location?
Oh yeah.
What?
And now it's American Sign Language.
Yep. Now it forever will and has been American Sign Language. We're not going to talk about the other thing that it was never a thing.
Yeah, no.
What?
What era did I grow up in that I missed all of this?
Well, I ran away from home at 15. So like at 15, you were still like with your religious like family.
And my dad was a computer nerd, so I knew everything about the internet.
My dad was a DJ, so I knew everything about music and the internet.
My dad's a computer programmer.
Well, you were also highly in a religious family.
I also didn't have a cell phone until I was like 18.
Yeah, there you go. See?
MSN!
It's like you were exposed to things.
It was MSN Messenger.
MSN.
God, yep. I can't believe that didn't come to my brain. Ugh. Anyway.
It's been a while, though.
It has been a while. So anyway, that was explaining AOL. And now to explain why people still pay for AOL.
Why would you ever? It's free.
New York probably capitalized on it or some shit because it's in that direct area, just like...
When was this posted? 2013, so it was a while ago.
Everybody's getting bought out.
Yeah, 2.5 million Americans pay for some sort of AOL service. But why? What are they getting?
Right. Like, what does AOL provide?
What's so good that you're paying for this dinosaur of a machine?
Oh, okay. So, some people still use dial-up internet.
No.
Or they did back then.
What do you mean, what is dial-up internet?
As broadband... What?
What?
Yeah, so as
you
broadband...
Don't know what dial-up is?
Broadband was not available in their areas. Others stick with dial-up because it's less expensive than the monthly cost of higher speed services. So, like, they're just...
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Because it's 10 minutes to even pull up a fucking browser.
Yeah.
Because you can't use your phone and your internet at the same time.
So
what do you mean you don't know what dial-up is? You're 25.
Nova, will you allow me to explain what dial-up is?
Please.
Okay, so, dial-up, back in the day, your phone line was also your internet connection. So you could only get internet through the phone line because that everything had to be hardwired. So it wouldn't make sense for companies to spend a lot of money to make a separate internet line when they could just use the phone lines.
But then you can't use them at the same time.
Exactly. So dial-up internet, you know that weird like dee 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 sound sometimes? That's dial-up.
That was the fax machine.
What?
That's dial-up. Like, that's what that sounds like.
That's like sending
through
something
the internet.
Through
No,
the internet, through the phone line.
You're sending it through the internet, through the phone line.
Yes.
It makes that obnoxious fucking noise.
That is
and it gets
exactly what it is.
machine on the internet, and it makes that noise on their side too when it comes in.
Yep. So that's dial-up is still used. Maybe that's what they're using it for. Are they using it for fax services? Probably not.
Well, we just stop
Anyway.
faxing. We have email now. What's
Yeah.
happening?
Yeah,
We have DocuSign.
There's still
So-
people that don't have cell phones.
Yeah. But so dial-up internet was basically like, I never had dial-up internet because my dad would have shot himself if he ever had to deal with dial-up internet for longer than absolutely necessary. But my neighbors had dial-up internet. So sometimes I would call them and it would go to the answering machine right away because someone was on the computer.
Yep.
So like
sounds terrible.
you couldn't use both your internet and the phone at the same time.
You definitely, and so also if you like you're in the house with somebody on the internet and you pick up the phone in
It
the
would
house,
boot them
it would
off.
fuck up their connection.
Yeah.
So they have to restart whatever they're doing on the internet.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people probably got punched in the fucking mouth when dial-up was initiated?
Yeah.
Like,
That sounds like a really bad time.
yeah, it was not great. It was terrible.
It was
I didn't
actually,
enjoy that.
I remember, have y'all seen Captain Marvel?
Yes.
So when that scene came on of them like inserting the floppy disk and waiting for it to load, and fucking Captain Marvel's like, why is it taking so long? And they're like, just give it a minute. I cracked up so hard. Because I remember.
Just everything and anything was on a floppy disk. There was no such thing as a USB at that point in time. It was just that was all you had for storage, and you could store maybe 3 documents on there.
Yeah, because
If
it was
you
like
could-
2 megabytes.
That's it. Yep. No, you can't have more than that. Not allowed.
Not
Or you gotta
allowed.
have like that extra like thing you plug into the side of the computer
Yeah.
that has like the extra like thing when the computer's got a little bit more sassy, and then you had to insert a USB to get your floppy disks, like the little thing that you could put your floppy disk in, because it like upgraded out of it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So
Man.
I never had that problem because my dad was a tech nerd and just like got
We knew
rid
all
of all
about-
the old stuff.
Yeah.
I remember playing video games on CDs, like little
Yeah.
kid games. I was like, I'm
Absolutely.
a rabbit at school. I don't remember.
Do you ever play anything from? Oh my gosh. It was just in my brain and then it disappeared.
These things do happen.
Living Books? Living Books.
Living book.
So Living Books was like they would take a book and they would animate it so that you could like play through it on the computer.
I was like,
I think I did as a kid. I feel like I remember doing at least one of those. But
So-
then like were they on the floppy disk? Because I feel like there was
They
like,
were CDs. I had CD versions anyway.
CDs.
Yeah, you're older than me though, so it may have been.
Yeah, I
Floppies.
remember playing them.
Yeah.
I don't remember it being on a CD.
So I really liked Dr. Seuss as a kid. So I had the CD version of Green Eggs and Ham and Dr. Seuss's ABCs. And I feel like I had one more.
One fish, two fish.
I didn't have 1, 2, Stew Fish. It might have just been those two. But
Or two.
I loved those so much. I still have them.
Fucking Dr. Seuss is dope.
They
I was a
don't
huge goof.
they don't run very well on my computer, but they still work.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, they like to crash though.
I remember playing The Sims 2 a lot on CD.
I still have those. I still have that and all of the expansions, and those also crash a lot.
I played Sims 2 because I had convinced my mom at like 14 to get it from Goodwill.
Nice.
Did you also murder people?
So no, I did not. I liked building a family. But I remember I had made the parents woo-hoo to have a baby, and my mom found out. She was like, "You can't play this game ever again." And I was like,
Do you remember the like cut scenes that happened whenever
Like,
Yes, that's what happens when you have sex.
Oh
Totally.
god.
just people throwing covers everywhere.
Yeah. That was also my first introduction to like the concept of sex, and my little brain did not understand. Like, I mean, I understood what was happening. I understood the concept of what was happening, but I was like, eh.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Extra.
I didn't understand why it was such a big deal.
Yeah. I don't think I feel like I was also at a similar age. I think I was probably like 14, 15.
Yeah.
And neither of my parents cared, I don't think. Not that they ever like watched over my shoulder as I played it, because they, weren't vulture parents.
Yeah.
That's nice.
But I also didn't have vulture parents. I feel like it was just one of those relationships where if they found out you did anything that they didn't like, it doesn't matter if they watched you do it because they're not paying attention and
Right.
they're not home ever. But like if they find out that you did something that they were not approving of, you literally got your fucking ass beat.
Oh.
Like so it was that,
Gross.
and then being neglected all the time. So it was negative reinforcement and neglect. A lot of that was just.
I had
So I got
the complete
a lot-
opposite of that.
A lot of video games growing up. Like I loved video games.
Yeah.
That was a big thing for me.
That was escapism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm thinking about that fucking like Gaia Online and like
Yeah, I'm still on that, believe it or not.
with the animated people that were like XMVU or something.
It's IMVU.
IMVU. Oh my god,
That was like the
probably
virtual
my
dating
first-
site. It was so creepy.
Yeah, I didn't know
Ugh.
that that's what it was. I was unaware, and then like
Yeah.
because of like because of the trauma that I had as a child, I was like hypersexual at a very, very, very young age.
Yeah.
So like going into IMVU and like those Pokemon chat rooms was like my first introduction to kind of like what the world of sex was, which is terrible because like as
Awful.
a child, hearing all of those vulgar things that people were saying that like got normalized in my brain
Yeah.
was just like a huge deterrent to like when I got older wanting to do those things, because then like all of it was just, it seemed so transactional. It seemed
Yeah.
very just like not involved emotionally. And then like when, man.
We need to start that other podcast.
Right, yeah, definitely.
We may or may not have another podcast in the works. We will get back to you on that.
Oh man. IMVU, all of those, all of the internet things from a very, very young age. I feel like that's probably why the generations now are like, you have to take your kids outside and shit. And I'm like, first off, no. Don't put your child outside. It's even worse.
That's annoying.
No, it's
Keep them inside. I don't want to see them.
It's even worse because like the places and like people that you can get exposed to as a child if your parents are actually neglectful and like the whole system's corrupt. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Now I'm sad.
Burn it to the ground.
Burn it to the ground. Oh man. Anyway,
but-
R.I.P. Betty White. R.I.P. Betty White.
R.I.P. Betty White. This is the Betty White episode.
Yep.
Do we want to end it on one more fact?
Let's do it.
A random fact that we're not going to search for you. The original Space Jam website is still alive. If you want to go look that up, you can look it up.
Hell yeah.
I want to see it.
Everyone's to see it before we go.
Space Jam.
It's www.warnerbros.com/spacejam/movie/jam.htm.
That feels like a lot. I'm not looking that up.
HTMTMTM.
And on that note, thank you for joining us. We're happy to be back. I don't know when the next episode after this is going to be, but hey, first episode of 2022.
Yeah. If you have a wild
We got
fact, you can send it to us at friendlyneighborhoodchangeling@gmail.com.
Yeah.
Yeah, so next episode will be about the facts.
Yeah. just put in the headline like podcast fact.
Podcast fact.
Yeah. Or something quirky. I'll read it anyway.
So if you would be interested in hearing 3 people on the ace spectrum talk about sex and all its innuendos and all that jazz.
I feel like asexuals talking about sex is kind of the equivalent of a non-religious person talking about religion.
Yes.
Yeah. Which all of us actually are too.
we have the ability to look at it from a completely different lens.
Yeah.
It's very objective and like
Kind of medical.
yeah, very
Yeah.
medical.
It's very what's the word? Distanced.
Detached.
Yes.
Yeah,
Detached.
Thank you.
It's very
That's the word I
detached.
was-
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you for joining
Yeah,
us,
well,
everybody. Have a fabulous
Yeah.
evening, or morning, or afternoon, or night, wherever you happen to be in the world.
Yeah, if we don't see you, good morning, good evening, and good night.
Exactly.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.